In a world where courage is tested and limits are pushed, the teams are ready for a race. They know the odds are stacked against them. The Gurkhas, with their legacy of valour, seem invincible. Yet, the civilians are fueled by a fire that cannot be extinguished. The civilian team is here to win, not just for themselves, but for everyone who dares to dream big against all odds. But the road to glory is fraught with challenges. Not all members of the team could make it this year. Each absence weighs heavy on their hearts. Only Santosh and Kiran made it this year. Will they rise to the occasion, or will the mountain once again prove too steep?
If you go back again, we know the route now, we know the pace, you know what to eat, and strategy in the checkpoints. Yeah, definitely we're gonna break the record, definitely. But it's all the matters of our team, who's gonna be in team, who's gonna run that event. So we're gonna come back. But unfortunately, two of our members, Prakash and Padam Dai, they have signed up for Berlin Marathon, which is same day of Gurkha Welfare Trust Trailwalker. That's why I've got to find out two other guys who is capable to join us. After we missed out our mission at Gurkha Welfare Trailwalker 2023, I'm here to find another two candidates for our team. At Fleet Half Marathon today. I can see few people, few guys, Nepalese guys from our club. They are quite keen and they did really well today. Let's see what will happen, and we'll make a plan. Finally, the London Marathon has been completed. All the runners have done well, and the guy I'm looking for, two guys, Sandesh and Hari, they did really good job. The Hari did 2 hours 35 minutes, and whereas Sandesh did 2 hours 32 minutes, which is fastest time in Nepalese community in UK. I'm very impressed.
Welcome to our two new runners, Sandesh Rai and Hari Beckham. They have very good marathon background. They have solid base. Santosh Dai and I thought they are the best candidate. So we would approach them with the idea and ask them what they think about this year's challenge, and they kindly accepted the idea. So yeah, we are excited that they are joining us this year.
Hello, Namaste. I'm Hari Bokim Limbu. I'm a road runner. I'm a member of Nepalrun UK. I like to do road running races up to marathon distance. So far I've done 3 marathon, 2 London and 1 Manchester. I've also done a few local half marathon and 10k races. I also like to go to parkrun in my local town, Basingstoke, every Saturday. During my free time, I like to go swimming, cycling, and also like to play badminton with my friends and family. My actual running journey started during the COVID time. At that time, we didn't have anywhere else to go. Just to keep myself fit and occupied, I used to go out for a run every day. After the COVID time, one of the running community called Runnable, they introduced me and gave me an opportunity to do London Big Half. Since then, they also gave me an opportunity to do London Full Marathon. After that, I've done few other races and also quite regular in my local park runs. Since then, my running journey has continued.
Where is Sandesh? Has anyone seen him?
I haven't seen Sandy since we went to Malingo about 2 months ago.
I've been looking for him, but I can't find him. And now I've come for holiday and he won't even come visit me.
Namaste, my name is Sandesh Rai. I'm one of the co-founders of Rushmore Nepali Running Club, also known as RNRC. I've been running for quite some time now, but I did my first ever race back in 2017. That was my first marathon, and since then I've kind of been on and off, but I think it was in the last 2 to 3 years since I've really taken running a bit more seriously. And this year I'll be taking on the Gurkha Welfare Trust 100k Trailwalker along with my team. Okay, so unfortunately for me, I've actually hit the wall many times on my marathons. And I would say that nutrition is one of the hardest things to get right. So you do have to kind of trial and error on your training blocks, especially on your long runs, to see what works for you and what doesn't. And for me, I've kind of gone through a lot of food and drinks that works for me and what doesn't, so that on the race day I can perform to my best. And I think this year, especially in the London Marathon, I was lucky enough to hit my target time, and I think the best thing, or one of the key aspects, was because I got my nutrition right. So I think staying focused and staying positive does play a big role. I can't promise that we'll all be positive throughout the whole race, just because it's going to be such a challenge mentally and physically. But I think having our friends and family and all the supporters come down will be a big boost. The biggest challenge obviously is the distance. It's a distance that I'm very kind of unfamiliar with, but I think being with a team who has overcome the distance multiple times, I do feel slightly reassured. And I guess it all depends on the training. Like, we will have to train hard obviously, but also work up to close to the 100k distance. So I think if we get the training right and if we have a good day, then I think we'll overcome it quite well. So we've got our first race next week. It's the 40 miler down in Stroud. Personally, I'm really excited because it'll be my first official ultra if I complete it this time. And we'll be kind of using it to see where our fitness is at and to see how we get along in the ultra distance running together. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Hello, yeah, my name is Kiran. We are here in Stroud. We are staying here for a night for tomorrow's run. So a little bit brief about Stroud Ultra 40 miles. So it is a beautiful race. It is quite hilly race as well. It is in the middle of Cotswold Way, a very beautiful English countryside.
Our test run is just about to start. It's in Stroud 40 miles ultra. Our aim is to get into the 6-minute pace all the way together, but I'm not really feeling well. I've had a really bad cough, chesty cough, and it's a bit painful, and feel like I've got a fever as well. But I'm going to have a look for the first loop, how it goes. Hopefully the guy is going to keep up with the pace that we planned for. Alright guys, I've got to stop in a 28k. It's not feeling well. It didn't help me out today. I thought that is going to be alright later on when I warm up, but still I've had chesty cough, painful inside, and feeling like a fever. Hurry कस्तो छ अहिले? तिमीको वासमा कति माइल भयो?
26 nearly.
26 ज्यादा अब 14 माइल मात्रै बाँकी छ कि यो पेसलाई चाहिँ तिमीले मेन्टेन गरेर जानुपर्छ है Too much checkpoint. What is our address base? Yeah. What's the address base now? 5 minutes. Good. Keep going.
Yeah, that's all right. They can go either way.
Yeah. Keep going.
Flat bit, very tough.
कस्तो भइरहेछ? अब हामी फिनिसिङ हो। यताबाट जाऊ यता तलबाट जाऊ।
तलबाट।
यहाँ जाऊ तर उकालो भन्छ।
Everyone was struggling towards the end, so we were like, catch up if we can. But don't hold back. Yeah.
Yes, wow, well done. Ultra is Kiran Gurkha. Well done, boy. Yeah,
we still need to work out a lot. The Hari and Sandesh, they need to work onto the endurance, and Kiran has to work onto the speed. At the moment, fitness, the four of us,
I think I'm disappointed you dropped out.
we haven't got the fitness to the capable to break the record at the moment. So we're going to work on and into it. So let's see what will happen.
I had to deal with so many things since I wake up, and I had a quick yoga, then went to gym, couldn't even get chance to eat my proper breakfast. So I'm having in my short stand time, like a 15 minutes I had after I drive a one trip. These are my breakfast. I mean to be having this in the morning after my training, but never had the chance to bring it up.
We travelled to checkpoint 3 with Haridai driving at the wheel.
Trust issues, I know, I did like more than like 2,000 miles. Still very strong.
We warmed up, got prepared, and kind of had our kit, our bags, drinks and all that ready. We also didn't have to carry too much because our crew support came along the way. So at each checkpoint they had the fuel ready for us. That meant that we didn't have to carry the whole load for the 72k. Went through our plan again, discussed our tactics, obviously we also had things like different weather conditions that we weren't expecting come up, so we kind of improvised and kind of came up with a strategy to take that on as well. It was all kind of going with the flow on the race. We kind of on the challenge as we went, and our supporters were amazing. Literally without them we literally would not have made it to the finish line.
This checkpoint is the closest normally. They open only in a race day. So this confusion we had. We're fine. We are on target. 6 minutes 9 second pace overall.
Easy to bonu. I wish I could. The uphills are killing me. I think it's a lot tougher than we thought, especially in the slippery conditions. But it's going well. Team spirit is there. Eh? Okay, we changed our strategy for the pacing. Every 2 kilometers we pace, and we're running in a single file training. So that's really works nice. So all total in 100k, each runner is gonna pace 20 kilometers. So every checkpoint 2 kilometers.
And I think even though everyone's tired, we are still having fun. I think we are taking a make of trails, you know, how bored we are, looking at the scenery. It was really interesting at the beginning for this guy, well, especially for Sundays, because it was his first time in South Downs way, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was enjoying, but now he complains. So he's tired of sceneries, but yeah, we got one mission, 10k, and we're done for the day.
Right, we have done our 72.5k training. We did the longest training in our training plan. Especially I'm happy with the Kiran, because I always worry about his pace and speed, but he keep up really nicely. He was strong all the way. Yeah, so now I have a pressure because I'm the oldest guy among the 4. Yeah, I've got to keep up with them. So I've got 3 weeks left. So I've got to seriously train more.
I think we did in 7 hours, 20 minutes, which was a bit earlier than expected. We really felt good, and then yeah, we just carry on, smashing. So yeah, I guess we are ready for this special day, the main event.
It was very, very tough, especially for me, because this was actually the longest I've ever ran. Obviously, yeah, so today the difficult part was the weather conditions. It was rainy, it was very humid as well. This made the roads and the terrain very, very slippery. So we had to be very cautious and kind of ease down our pace a bit. I think it kind of drenched us, made us heavier as well, kind of dehydrated with the humidity and everything. But the supporters had all the drinks, all the aids. So as soon as we reached the checkpoints, it was refuel, you see in Formula 1 as soon as possible and go. So yeah, we did took on the challenges very well, I think.
I think our team did really good job. I'm really happy with our team. Our performance is really good. So the race is in next 3 weeks. We're looking forward. We will see you there.
After 72.5k running.
This
is a special by our Vishnu auntie, main lady of our Nepalrun.
So I've been on and off for the last 2 to 3 weeks. This is due to just illness and fighting off infections around the body, taking medications and stuff, and keeping myself kind of in that recovery phase. It hasn't been great, just because you're missing out on the training and it feels like you're kind of letting the team down a bit. I know I'm not in the bigger picture, but it does feel like that, just because when we're running, the team is only as fast and as fit as the slowest runner or the person at the back. So it has kind of played into my mind quite a bit. So now it's kind of important to get back on track as soon as possible. So now it's really important for me to jump back on and not overdo it too fast, because people like myself in the past have felt like there's so much to catch up on, so you kind of double down and get yourself injured because you're trying to catch up on missed time, missed mileage. So it's important to kind of ease into it now and go from there.
So guys, so Christmas is here. We've got a kid,
Nice, looks nice.
That's a small. You are medium, right?
No, I'm small.
Small, isn't it? All is small. All is small. तर दाइ राम्रो ठुसो के भन्दा अलिक सानो हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्यो यु आर बिग एकचोटि ट्राई गर्ने कि दाइ पनि मिडियम गर्नुपर्ने होला दाइले चाहिँ स्पोर्ट्स फिट भयो मलाई
This is my new
sporty type, yeah.
My new.
Last time we had a PAX show off, yeah? This time
Hi guys, 1, 2.
40 grams of carbs. Usually per joe is around 25, but because these are a bit, advanced ones, they give us more energy per packet. So hopefully they can sustain us for longer, okay? So that we don't have to keep on consuming loads and loads of gels. We can just use one for maybe each big checkpoint, maybe, but we'll see. Today we'll give it a try, see how we cope, how body copes with it. ओह्रालोमा अलिक फासा त हुन्छ हैन सम्ममा त्यसमा उकालोमा त 6.5 गरे पनि हुन्छ नि. So we're 2 weeks out from the race. I think it's fair to say that I think all of us are feeling slightly confident just from the long runs. I think we kind of took them on quite nicely and they've given us quite the confidence boost that we needed. It kind of gets me itching to kind of be at the start line as soon as possible and get it done with. So I think these last 2 weeks is gonna go by really slowly. With it, I think we're gonna take this last 2 weeks of recovery and tapering very nicely, so that on the race day, we're prepared, feeling sharp and confident. But yeah, at the moment, feeling calm, feeling good, and I think the team feel the same way.
So far till now, all the runners, they've been doing really good training, I can see, but the disappointing thing is we didn't have much time to train together exactly like last year. That's the only weakest point we have, because our opponents, they've training together all the time. So, and also we had a plan to meet or practice with the our crew support on the course, but it didn't happen last week. So this is really big worried stuff for us. So, but we'll do our best. Let's see. So this year is gonna be a more tough, because our opponents, the young Gurkhas lads, they have been training really hard, which I heard. They've been also hired the coach in each regiment, or their own coach, and they have a spare runners. They run together most of the time. They know each other, the pace, the nutrition wise, the food wise, the fueling wise, and plus the crew support. So it's going to be bigger challenge for us, I guess, as well, because since last year we've been big threat to them because of the our history that we came in second and we got lost. So this year they fully prepared, but you never say never. So we go do our best, they will do their best. So we'll see who's gonna get into the finish line first.
My training plan wasn't great this year because of my so many other commitments, so many hurdles. Firstly, I've been to Nepal for the Annapurna marathon to managing a few other runners. And then I had a big event, the World Championship Triathlon in Australia. I spent 2 weeks, only 4 days is my traveling. So yeah, I missed a lot of my training sessions.
Hi, my name is Saroj Gurung. I'm a therapist at Saroj Therapy. So today we went to treat 4 athletes, Santosh, Kiran, Sandesh and Hari. They are doing a 100-kilometer trail walker next week. So it was good to have them a week before to get their rest and recovery on time. Okay, so in the treatment today, it involved deep tissue massage, cupping, adjustments, and more like stretch and strengthening exercises. So the main reason behind the cupping was just to get the blood flow into the area, and we did it with the movement, so that improves the range of motion. So, and the main aim for deep tissue massage was to loosen up the muscle and again get the range of motion better. And the more adjustments were more just to get the alignment of the spine into that place. Okay, so the main areas we focused was more like calves, hamstrings, quads, glutes, lower back, upper back. So because that's the main muscles that are involved in running. Okay, so yeah, so it was a good session.
Yeah, so we are 1 week into the race and we are at Soros sports therapist. 4 of us had our sports physio session. Soros did really help us to loosen up our muscles. We had a little bit injuries, like minor injuries, not a big one. So some of had calf and then some of had hamstring injuries. So after this session, feeling very fresh. Thank you, Soros, for being part of this project. And yeah, he did really well. Really helped us, to loosen up our muscles. So yeah, looking forward for the rest there.
Real Dreams feel proud to be a part of this challenge and would like to wish them all the best in advance. Thank you.
The Nepalrun UK and RNRC, these guys are doing a great job out there, pushing public to be active in their daily life, encouraging them to run, get out of their comfort zone, and then build a healthy lifestyle. I wish both of them good luck on this 100K trial run.
Hopefully this will help me for quick recovery. Hi, it's Hari. I just want to share how I'm feeling. Since a couple of weeks ago, I've been suffering from cold. It has been going on and off. I'm still feeling unwell. I got sore throat and blocked nose. I'm starting feeling nervous because we got only 3 days to go to do our Trailwalker, and I don't feel like that I'll be giving my 100%. I've been taking Leipzig medicine and hoping that it will help me to recover as soon as possible. Fingers crossed.
My name's Keita. I'm the Events and Community Coordinator for the Gurkha Welfare Trust, which means I have the absolute pleasure of organising Trailwalker. Trailwalker is our biggest event of the year, taking place annually in September. This year was such a huge success. Our second year running the event independently with the Queen's Gurkha Signals, so a true all Gurkha event. We had over 270 teams taking part, and of course that includes military and civilian. The event, of course, primarily exists to support our veterans and their widows out in Nepal, alongside our community projects. This year's event has raised over £300,000 to date, which has a huge impact on our work out in Nepal. We work in particular in terms of community projects. We deliver water to remote regions, building 1 tap stand per household. We also refurbish schools and build new schools. Now, in terms of the amount that Trailwalker has made, a brand new school in Nepal usually cost in the region of £200,000. So that gives you an idea of really how far those funds go out in Nepal. We so appreciate everybody taking part, whether they are running it in record-breaking times or whether they make it to the finish line in just under the 30 hours. To us, I think the effort that everybody puts in is the same, and it's all about achieving those personal goals. Most importantly, working as a team. That's really what's at the heart of Trailwalker. It's that teamwork. There are lots of 100k runs that you can take part in around the country, but there's no other event like Trailwalker.
Excitement buzzed in the air as the team set out towards the registration camp. As they arrived at the camp, the atmosphere was electric with energy. The team exchanged glances, a mix of determination and eagerness sparking between them. After checking in and receiving their race packets, they took a moment to mingle with other teams. It was a reminder that, regardless of the competition, they were all united by a shared passion for adventure.
Hello, Santosh bhai, तपाईको टिमलाई एकदमै गुड लक किनभने तपाईहरुको टिमले लास्ट इयर पनि एकदमै राम्रो गर्नु भएको हो र यसपालि तपाईहरु चाहिँ पक्का जित्ने एमले नै आउनु भएको छ गुड लक अनि किन तपाईको टिम एकदमै स्ट्रङ छ है स्ट्रङ छ अनि नेपाल रनले जित्यो नेपाल रनको टिमले जित्यो भने ट्रेल वकर अब फाल्टै भइहाल्छ के रे त्यसले गर्दा नेक्स्ट इयर चाहिँ हामीले अब आर्मीले चाहिँ मोर ट्रेनिङ गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ है ल गुड लक है ल हवस्
However, as the sun began to dip below the horizon, the team made a decision. Instead of staying for the dinner and band show, they chose to head to their holiday home in nearby Portsmouth, free from the distractions of the camp festivities. The drive to their holiday home was filled with laughter and light-hearted banter. Upon arriving, they were greeted by the cozy charm of the home, a perfect retreat for the night ahead. They quickly settled in and began preparing dinner. They created a meal that was not just food, but a celebration of their unity, a comforting reminder of the bond they shared. Once dinner was ready, they gathered around the table. Santosh stood to address them with a calm and focused demeanor. He led a quick briefing, emphasizing the importance of teamwork, strategy, and maintaining a positive mindset for the race ahead.
उदेशको काम चाहिँ ट्र्याक गर्ने सबैलाई म अहिले लिंक पाइसकेको होला सबैले
more than 4 shells each and I think most of us bought our own
So we had our plans and strategies all rehearsed and ready. So we decided to go over this one last final time in detail, thoroughly, just to make sure we know exactly what we're doing, and I think this was vital to make sure our race went as well as possible.
Make sure guys हामीले चाहिँ कोल्ड जिउमा छिर्नु दिनु भएन किनभने we lose our energy.
Last one is
यो अनि एउटा के रे
500 ml water in the tablet to fill on the water bag, sandwich, energy gel in the potato on the water bag. That's for every single checkpoint. Checkpoint 2, 4, 6, 8 margin gel 160, the black gel. Noodle checkpoint 4 and checkpoint 7 only. That's it.
Well, I've got a last minute problem here, right under the glutes, right here, the joining, and then the groin, this line. So I ran like 20 minutes last check-up run. I felt here, and then later on I also felt here.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the massage first.
Yeah,
just to loosen up this area because you are quite tight on your hip. And when we start tomorrow morning, so I'm just gonna put some KT tape. So from here all the way up to here, and I'm gonna put one more loop up top, then maybe one more round here. Okay?
That sounds good.
So then we're gonna go very, very gentle today because if we go too deep, it's gonna be sore tomorrow for your race. So
it's better just to go light, okay?
के सारा भेराइटिज गरेको भाइहरुले आमा एउटै पास्टर मेरो कमिसन लानु पर्छ
चिलको लागि अर्को दाल देऊ तेरा
ए साग बनाएन तिमीले साग कति साग ल्याएको थियो यार साग ल्याएनौ
साग त पाकिहाल्छ नि
पकाउनु पर्छ
साग त
उमेश
भेरी गुड हाम्रो सन्देश भाइ र के रे उदेश भाइ
slavery
did pretty well. Not surprised.
Free labor.
Expected.
They knew that an early start awaited them, so they decided to retire for the night. First light of dawn crept through the curtains, casting a soft glow in the holiday home. Early morning starts with a cup of hot steaming coffee. The team started getting ready, packing their favourite fuel for the race-roasted potatoes. Suraj, the team's dedicated sports therapist, expertly applied tape to the sore muscles of those who needed it. This will give the support they need.
And then checkpoint 6, 5 hours 55. Checkpoint 7, 6 hours 47. Checkpoint 8, 7 hours 31. Checkpoint 9, 8 hours 53. Final say 9 hours 49.
Checkpoint 9 kati?
Checkpoint 9 say 8 hour 53.
8 hour 53 under ल्याएर
because conditions haven't been the best yet, so we might be slowed down by a few minutes.
It's going to be clear. Its highest temperature is 15 degrees, and that's around 2 o'clock.
But guys, we're going to be with other groups for a long time. Yeah, long time. So last time, I mean, if we've got the energy, I feel like we've got to hammer down, okay? And then we've got to get it, we'll separate from the group. You know, like last time, if we leave it to a sprint finish, I feel like so we got to kick harder, quicker again, earlier, and then we got to try to separate again.
If we are under 10-15, we good. You don't have to pace anything. And only last that section, the 5K, 4K, we increase the pace. That's all. Don't worry about all this.
Didn't manage to sleep well in the night. Don't know why, but yeah, feeling okay. You know, positive. Yeah, feeling positive. It's just like, you know, it's just like unknown, isn't it? Like, you know, what's going to happen, and that's it. Yeah, I think, yeah, we can do what we, you know, we will do what we are planning to do. That's where we are at the moment. I mean, that's what I'm thinking at the moment, our plans. I'm looking positive towards it. And other than that, still feeling okay, because there is no other people here at the moment. So when everyone will be here, and then I will be, you know, and then I think it will start, and it will start kicking, you know, the race, you know, vibe, I guess. It's still like, you know, previous and anxiety, I guess, a little bit.
I'm feeling really positive today. All those the past few weeks that we've trained really hard. Finally the day has come, and then today everyone's confident and very excited to do the race, and hopefully we'll achieve a good timings. We'll see.
At the moment, just very cold, eh? The cold's not the best for me. It makes me like physically sick. I've come close to throwing up a few times, so I just want to get to the start line as soon as possible. Also feeling very happy with the support yesterday, and all the messages I got last night. I think all the messages each of us got last night, and all the messages and the support that we can expect today from our friends and family. We're looking forward to that, and I think that will push us to the end and make us do our very best.
All ready to go now. Had a bit of issue in the morning. I forgot to bring porridge, the main fuel for the runners in the morning, because I thought that we had a misunderstanding with Kiran that he's in charge of the shopping. I saw his shopping trolley that he bought the porridge, but it's the same package, but it's different things. So I didn't bring. Yeah, but other than that, luckily, Tilbikram Mama had a granola, so we had that slice of breads with the jam and then the coffee. That's enough. Now we're ready to go. So hopefully it's gonna be good. The weather seems all right, apart from the bit cold, but weather, everyone has the same weather anyway. So let's see how it'll go.
My name is Sisir Limbu. Today I'm here to support Girandai from RNRC. So we went through everything yesterday and just going to do my best to help him as much as possible to make his life easier, and hopefully they do amazing. Actually, I know they'll do amazing, so yeah, let's go.
I'm Rajiv Rajmandari. I am supporting Sandesh Rai today. I've seen him run for many years now, so it would be a good day to see his hard work coming to fruition, and hopefully it will be an emotional but successful day as well. I'm super excited.
My name is Tilbikram Samangpe. I'm supporter for the Hari Beckham today. So we're going to help from start to finish today. So hopefully it's going to be more fun and enjoy, and we're going to beat them today.
Support crew of the Santosh Rai. They're doing 100K. I'm really excited to support them. All the best, guys. Go for the win.
Keep on your mind that it's our Saturday long run. Just is the matter is our pace, consistent pace, yeah? So we know our target is. So we don't follow anyone. We just go on our target of the pace. Anytime, any problem, we shout at each other. If we are going for the short toilet or whatever, we go together. You ready, guys?
Yeah, one more to add, yeah? Let's not get carried away. Yeah, and also, even though if we are feeling good, let's just stick with the game plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Nepalrun RNRC, yeah.
The atmosphere at the start line of the Trailwalker 100 kilometers was electric with anticipation. Teams gathered, exchanging nervous smiles and last-minute preparations. The scent of fresh air mingled with the excitement of adventure, setting the stage for the challenge ahead. With the sound of the starting horn, we surged forward, hearts racing and adrenaline pumping.
Right from the get-go, our aim is to stick to the plan. Let other team go ahead. We stick on our plan. Don't forget that. This is a long way to go.
The first one leading was the ARRC team from the Gurkha Allied Rapid Reaction Corps Support Battalion, an elite Gurkha unit formed from the finest soldiers of 4 different battalions past the checkpoint 1.
Experience from the last year. The teams, those who shoot out very quickly or fast in front of us, they start dropping back from the halfway. So our main aim was to be very patient, stick to our strategy, take things very easy, especially for the first half.
The early kilometers were filled with laughter and camaraderie as we navigated the scenic trails, surrounded by breathtaking landscapes. The first few hours flew by, each step bringing us closer together as a team, sharing stories and encouragement along the way. Welcome to Checkpoint 2, a beautifully crafted haven that celebrates the rich traditions of Nepal. Here, the Signals Regiment has transformed this space into a vibrant tapestry of culture and heritage. As you approach, notice the elegantly placed signposts and traditional Nepalese decorations. The intricate designs and vibrant colors reflect the warmth and hospitality of the Nepalese people.
Good morning. This is checkpoint 2 and it's run by Queen's Gurkha Signals, this checkpoint. So far we have quite a lot of teams just passed through checkpoint 2. As you can see, this is our nice little setup for checkpoint 2. We welcome every Trailwalker runners at this point, and that is it really. Thank you very much then.
Everything was going smoothly. Our fueling was perfect. Pace was on target. Team support was great. But I started developing a pain on my hip and the hamstring area. The same one I was having a trouble with the night before.
We quickly set up our table and diet ready for our team at checkpoint 3. It is nestled in the heart of the breathtaking South Downs National Park. The rolling hills that stretch endlessly through vast open fields painted in, vibrant greens and dotted with wildflowers swaying gently in the breeze.
At this point, we were shortly behind the team Balaram in 6th position. We were keeping calm and patient, not overthinking about other teams' timings. Sticking with our own strategy and pace were our number one priority.
17 minute difference. 17.
I had a few issues while running. So first thing I had one issue was couldn't able to eat properly. So I couldn't digest the food, so it was hurting my stomach.
Many of the teams were running neck and neck together, and at checkpoint 4 it was time to fuel up. Fueling was super important from the very start right to the end. So we had to keep on eating throughout the race. But at this checkpoint, I started to struggle getting the food down. As a team, we practiced fueling many times, so this shouldn't have been a problem. But now it was beginning to be one.
Welcome to checkpoint 5, where the competition is heating up. The RNRC team is blazing ahead, confidently holding first place with no sign of slowing down, while the Balaram team is in second place. While Signal's team are neck to neck with us for that third spot. We have some updates from our athletes. Harry's upset stomach seems to be settling down, allowing him to refocus on the race. Meanwhile, Kiran has experienced a calf cramp, but don't worry, he's doing just fine and ready to push through. The team makes a very quick stop to hydrate, grabbing water and energy drinks to refuel before they carry on. Every second counts in this race.
Hitting a target, don't worry. Where is Kiran?
The energy is high as our teams stay on plan A, breaking the previous record and to secure first position. Let's see how this unfolds as they head towards the finish line.
So around checkpoint 6, we started to experience some logistic issues with our support crew. They were unable to meet us at the checkpoint, so instead we agreed that the next best place would be just after the checkpoint on top of the hill. It's almost a kilometer climb, and the worst part is how it just never seems to end. Halfway through the climb, we actually decided to let go of the second position for now, just so that we could conserve our energy, as we were still quite behind on our fueling as per missing our last checkpoint. As soon as we reached the top of the hill and met up with our crewmates, we refueled as quickly as possible. At this point we did have some issues with some tight muscles, but with the help of our physio we set off very soon, and now the chase to reclaim the second position and work our way up truly began.
You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
So we just passed checkpoint 6. It was a bit of a struggle because we couldn't park in the original checkpoint, so we had to meet them a bit further up. So far the runners are doing well. I think the majority of them aren't experiencing too much pain. I think Haridai has a little bit of problems with his hip, but luckily we got Sorozdai to help with the massage. Time-wise, we're still ahead of the game, and hopefully we can continue this and push till the end.
As you gaze up towards the sky, you'll notice a captivating sight. Numerous paragliders gracefully gliding through the air. Welcome to checkpoint 7, where we find ourselves at the stunning hill along the South Downs Way. This breathtaking spot offers panoramic views that stretch for miles.
It boosts us more to see more crew support from RNRC club. We were still back to back with the second team engineer, but we are a bit tired and fatigued, which slowing us down a bit. So great to see so many familiar faces from Gurkha Welfare Trust and the signals. We were still fighting for the second place. Our strategy is going well. Pacing plan is still on. Each of us pace every 2 kilometers and we switch around. And this strategy working well because it allows us to run in a single file, which makes us efficient in a long run. This checkpoint was our second meal point to load the more car. Our crew supporter always care of our injury and the correct fueling, which kept us going.
Okay, let's go, guys.
Checkpoint 8. At some point in these long endurance races, you'll likely hit a wall, so to speak. You might have heard people say this about mile 20 in the marathon. It's usually in the last quarter of any endurance challenge where things start to take a drastic shift, and so we knew this point would come and we had a plan prepared. What we didn't know was that this would prove to be the point at which we would reach our limit, or at least a limit for myself anyway. You know, sometimes I believe that strength can be a choice, and so when things get tough, you can just sometimes be stubborn and keep putting one foot in front of the other. When the pain becomes unbearable, you remind yourself of everything you've done, of all the hours you put into training, and all the sacrifices that the people around you have made. For me, I really do keep my friends and family in my thoughts, all the time. Everything they've done and continue to do just for me to have this privilege of running. And so, when I felt like I was at my limit, I really did have to dig deep to find any sort of rhythm, just to hold on just a little bit longer. And I have to admit, compared to my other teammates, I just wasn't good at hiding my pain.
Lo, हामी अब checkpoint 9 मा छु. It's been a long day. It was half to 2 p.m. It's been a long day. Checkpoint 9. I just got a call from Kiran Dai. There's been some issues with Sandis needing some KT tape. Someone needs paracetamol, so obviously during a race you don't know what's going to happen. So it's been an interesting day, but we're pushing through. We're third place right now, but we will finish. So let's see. Our boys have done really great. A lot of training, but we're here behind them. Everyone, as you can see, here to support. We can't wait. Let's finish strong. Thank you.
In the heart of Trailwalker, ARRC team not just competing, they're dominating the course. With an astonishing lead of 20 minutes ahead of the rest, this powerhouse group showcases incredible speed, strategy and stamina.
Because of our involvement in this Trailwalker, our civil team, they are becoming very much competitive, and this competition is very much healthy, and we're trying to push each other our limit out of the box. So we have the team of 4, only 2 were the experienced trail runners, but 2 are only the marathon runners, but they are achieving our goal, what we wanted.
As much as I wished and as much as I tried, I just couldn't keep up the required pace for us to meet our target time. In fact, I had to completely stop so many times just to stretch out the cramps, and every time my teammates would have to keep on stepping in just to massage my legs again and again, and they even shared their fluids and did all they could just to keep me up. I mean, here were my teammates, guys with full-time jobs, families, some with kids, and some with many other responsibilities. And then we had our crew support, guys who were by our side from the very, very start of our journeys. And then our friends who came all this way just to cheer our names, to be there for us, and to be that extra wind in our backs, and to remind us that we really, really weren't alone in this. I had a few moments in the race like this. Moments where I was just overcome with feelings of guilt and perhaps even a little bit of shame. But, you know, like I said before, I feel like you can choose to be brave in moments like this and put on a brave face for yourself and those around you. And now more than ever, I could feel the strength radiating from my team and our friends. They did everything to save each and every one of us. And now we felt like we could hold on just a little bit longer and find perhaps even a bit of momentum as we were still in the game.
At several points, I found myself battling with my own mind, thinking of giving up and let go the pain and suffering. But the aid and the support from our friends and families and the running communities, their encouragement gave me the strength to move forward.
As the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows across the rugged terrain, the atmosphere at checkpoint 9 was electric. Injuries, a constant companion throughout the race, threatened to weigh them down, but the spirit of the team shone brighter than any pain. They were not just racing against time, they were locked in a fierce battle for third place with the formidable red team of Signals. With each passing moment, the stakes grew higher.
We actually managed to clock some of our fastest kilometers in the entire race at this point, and despite everything, we were still holding on to third place, and we were going to give it everything to the very end.
Crew members and supporters are anxiously waiting at the finish line. The ARC team has not only conquered the Trailwalker 100 kilometers, but has etched their name in history.
We got a big cheer for the Trailwalker 2024 winner!
After 2 decades, they have shattered the previous record by an astonishing 27 minutes. Ballaram team also broke the previous record by 8 minutes, securing them the second place.
Non-stop check गर्छु मेरो पेट त ओबादै थर्ड प्लेस आउँछ कि आउन तर्स्यो म यस नेपालरन दाइ सिभिलियन या
Despite of injuries and fatigueness, we managed to finish in third place overall.
We set out on this journey with very big goals, and sadly we didn't quite get the time we were hoping for. However, I think it's fair to say we made a dent in the history books of Trailwalker.
This is not only about winning and the making records. This is all about the inspire other people into the running sport, and especially for the Gurkha Welfare Trust Trailwalker. It has been great seeing many of the teams, both military and civilian, taking on the Gurkha Welfare Trust 100K challenge, and in doing so, inspiring our communities and next generation.
Overall, this has been amazing experience and emotional journey for all of us. Not only for runners, but also for our wonderful support crew members.
And so to our friends who were by our side to cheer us on, to our support crew who kept us going, and not just on the race day, but throughout the many weeks of preparation leading up to it, and to our many sponsors who believed in us way at the start of our journey. Thank you. Truly thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It really felt like you were with us every step of the way, and this accomplishment belongs as much to you as it does to us.